It was the evening before Halloween. All the engines and characters gathered to tell ghost stories. Each character tried to outdo the last ghost story. Some of the adults had fun in this. Some of the ghost stories were scary, others not so much.
And the engine tried to track down the thief. But before he could catch the thief, he fell off the cliff. And now his ghost is looking for thieves to destroy.
Bravo, Elmer! Bravo! An engine falling off a cliff. How very original. Wherever did you get your inspiration from? Wait, let me guess. Could it be a story about a certain engine plummeting into the abyss from a bridge?
Exactly. You got that from my ghost story.
Yeah, and that story was also very boring. There wasn't much detail to it. Out of all the ghost stories I heard, that was the worst one.
Come on, Elmer. You need to come up with something original and interesting.
Oh, Father, every good story is taken, and I have nothing exciting to tell.
Whatever. Anyway, it looks like some characters told a story that we all got to hear.
Well, Laurie, now it's your turn. Laurie?
I don't know if I should.
You don't have to tell it if you don't want to.
Are you going to tell the story or not?
All right. Once, there was a girl who was a bully. Now we all have faced bullies before.
Are you like the two mean cops?
Yes, but this girl was worse than most. No one knows why. It could be because she had a luxurious life. She thought she was superior. This may have gone to her head, as she would always insult the engines and other characters for not being as rich as she was. She would even be abusive towards those younger than her. The other teenagers were furious with the bad girl's behavior.
Stop bullying those smaller than you.
They more or less said, but the girl wouldn't listen. She threatened that if they told on her, she would make them pay. For a while, 4 teens she picked on considered telling her father.
Wait a minute! There's only one of her, and there are 4 of us. I bet she won't feel so high and mighty when she goes up against the whole pack. Who's with me?
The other teens were reluctant. They didn't want to do anything rash. But something happened to make them change their minds.
And what would that be, lass?
Something terrible, something literally terrible. One evening, there were these 2 little girls who were walking happily home, for they had been to a party, and they wanted to get back before curfew. The bad girl was running the same way when she bumped into them.
Hey!
Cried one of the indignant kids.
Why don't you watch where you're going? You watch it! No, you watch it, you dumb girl!
The bad girl snapped, and she did something that would prove how much of a monster she was. She took one of the little kids while the other ran to get help.
What did she do?
She tied the little kid to a rail track.
This is what happens when you disrespect the governor's daughter. Adios.
Great struggle.
Thankfully, no one was hurt. Benjamin managed to stop in time. The little girl was rescued eventually. But she was so traumatized that she would stay at home until she recovered from the trauma. She didn't dare tell anyone about what the bully had done, fearing what she'd do. But the 4 teenagers knew about it, and they were furious that the bully had tried to commit murder. So they confronted her.
What do you want? We have come to teach you a lesson. I'm the governor's daughter. I don't need a lesson from you peasants. Daddy's not here, princess.
Stated the teens. You've gone too far this time. You tried to kill our little sister, just because she insulted you. You're not a human. You're a monster.
You mess with one of us. You mess with all of us. Listen here, don't care what you do, go and then beat me up. But just remember that I'm the governor's daughter. I can do as I please. If you dare tell on me, I'll frame you by saying that you all tried to murder me. I'll even go as far to say that you tried to murder you and— Shut up! So, you wanna play rough? Help, I can't swim!
worry, we'll get help. But it was too late.
Wait, there was what?
A mosasaurus.
A sea creature? The Tucks told me that there are many sea creatures at Brandon Docks.
What happened after that?
The teenagers were torn with guilt with what happened. They confessed to their friends and family what led up to it. After hearing what the bully had done, everyone was shocked. But considering what she had done so far, no one was too bothered. But the 4 teenagers still felt guilty. They felt that if they had told on her, then the bully would have still been alive. So that is the moral of the story. Always do the right thing, or things will get worse.
This tale was certainly alarming, to say the least.
Yes, I managed to sleep with the light on.
Well done, Laurie. You told the story well, even though it was not easy.
Thanks, Thomas. I'm just thankful that Leni, Luna, and Luan weren't around when I told the story. They're making them suffer more guilt from hearing that story.
Laurie, what had happened to the bully was not your fault. She should have known better than to threaten little kids.
I know. But I still think things would have been different if we had told on her instead of facing her on our own.
You think they knew who we were talking about?
The others who were around at the time of the story didn't know. I don't think the little kids will remember her.
That would also mean that Lola didn't remember. I'm just thankful for that. I just don't want her to suffer from trauma again from what the bully did to her. But do you think Chloe Borgias is really gone?